Hello, hello, everybody. I hope you're doing amazing. I am here with you live a little bit early today for Soulful Abundance with Chris Williams. And I hope you guys are staying warm and cozy inside. I am definitely got my hoodie on, got no makeup on today, totally just snuggling in. It's an admin day today and so fun. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. Okay, so let's dive in. What in the heck am I talking about today? I am actually going to share with you the three main things that coaching clients, profitable coaches do to actually enroll new clients. So this is going to be super, super fun. We're just going to kind of take a look at this three-part system that my clients use, that I use on repeat. I like to call it a client path, and it is going to be focusing on exactly what you want to do. And these are going to be really simple things that you can do today, especially during this time with the snow day today. Like, this is not going to take hours. This is something that you can actually start doing today, simple, easy, that is going to help you how to attract the right people, not just followers, right? Not just browsers, not just freebie seekers, but we really want to attract the right people. Number two, I'm going to tell you how are you actually going to build trust at scale, so that when you are having conversations with people, it just feels warm, it feels nurturing, it feels natural. And then three is inviting clients to work with you in a way that feels really clear, really confident, really aligned, no pressure. Right? So good. So these are the three things that I focus on every single day. These are the three things that my clients inside of Activate Abundance Academy focus on every single day. And I know that this is going to help you too. So if you're here live, let me know. Just go ahead and pop live in the chat. I would love to say hello. Let me know if you're safe. Obviously, if you're here joining me live, you're either on your phone or on your computer. So hopefully you are safe and warm and cozy and you have power. So I am here in North Carolina, Charlotte. And yep, we had the ice storm as well. And right now it's melting, but it's going to freeze again. So it's getting down to about 6 degrees. So y'all, this is not over yet. Make sure that you are staying cozy inside. So let's dive in. Number one, we want to make sure that the three-part client path, this is in order for things to work well. We are focusing on three main things that we should be doing in our business. These are the revenue generators. These are the needle movers. And I'm just going to kind of recap what I've been teaching on repeat over and over and over again. By the way, if you missed the Abundant Coach Code, where I go in depth on these things on day 2 and day 3, then please drop code in the chat and we will make sure that you get those replays. We were going to take them down last night, but with the ice storm and everything, we figured, you know what, let's leave them up for a little bit longer. Probably leave them up until about Wednesday so that you've got time to go back and catch any of the recordings that you missed. So remember, the Abundant Coach Code is the 6 steps to create a highly profitable coaching business with a very, very lean team, right? I specialize in boutique businesses. So I am here to help you to get your first 6 figures. We're going to launch you the right way. We're going to make sure that your foundations are dialed in, right? So we talked about that on the Abundant Coach Code. We talked about what are the main foundational pieces that you want to have dialed in so that your business is built on a solid foundation and not a house of cards. And then we talked about the three-part client path. And so I'm just going to share a little bit about this using analogy that has been really, really helpful for many new coaches and also established coaches. So even if you're making 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, this is just a great reminder so that you can kind of see, am I missing a piece here, right? So if you are having a hard time bringing the right clients into your ecosystem, or if you're having a hard time knowing what to do once they're in your ecosystem, and then how do you actually invite people to work with you in a way that doesn't feel gross, so that you can make sales in your business every single day, this is going to be for you. So for new coaches, for emerging coaches, for established coaches, I've got you here. Okay, so I want you to think about your offers as being your house. So I live here in the Carolinas. We love our front porches. We love our porch swings and our rocking chairs. And so I want you to think about the house being where your three offers are. Again, if you missed how to create a high ticket, mid ticket, or low ticket offer in the Abundant Coach Code, just comment code and we will make sure that you get that. We focused on that on day 2. So Think about your offers, your high ticket, your mid ticket, your low ticket offer being your house. And then from your house, you've got this beautiful pathway. There's some benches alongside of it. And then in front of that pathway is a sidewalk that people are walking along. So I want you to think about marketing or attracting the right client into your ecosystem. Number one, we have to be visible, right? We have to be wherever it is that our ideal clients are so that they can find us. And so the key to attracting the right people is to make sure that you are going to the places where your ideal client is hanging out. So, for example, if you want to work with, women that are, struggling with some menopause symptoms, where would you go? Well, where do they go? Online? Where do they go when they leave their house? I want you to think about that so that that is where you want to show up to be visible. So the two places, if you're like, hey, yeah, I don't even know where they're hanging out, well, I can definitely guarantee that they are hanging out on Facebook for sure. They might be in other Facebook communities. They might be in communities for women who are struggling with menopause. They might be in communities where they're learning how to calm their nervous system. They might be in communities where they're learning new nutrition practices or high protein things, right? So their Facebook thrives on groups and community. And so I know, that your ideal client, no matter if you're helping people with nutrition or menopause or anxiety, they're hanging out on Facebook somewhere. Okay. So one way that you can actually attract the right client is think about where they're hanging out. And then you want to make sure that you're actually solving the right problem. Okay. So whenever I'm working with my clients and we're focusing on ideal client, this isn't just about, hey, this is what you need. I'm just going to give you something that's valuable. Yes. Do we want to give them something valuable? Absolutely, 1000%. But it is important that we're positioning it in the right way, right? This isn't just like, hey, get my top 10 tips for feeling great today. While that sounds good, that is not really going to speak to anybody. Okay. That is, I mean, we all want to feel good, right? It's like my top 10 tips for living your best life ever. Well, what does that actually mean? Does that mean I'm going to live my best life ever running a business or with my marriage or with my kids? Or what exactly does that mean? So, number one is you have to solve a very specific problem and really make sure that you're using the wording, the chocolate that your ideal client is actually saying that they have, right? So when I'm raising my hand like that, that's your ideal client going, oh yeah, I want that, right? So your client is actually asking for chocolate. And the problem that we run into is that many people are saying, well, this is what you need, right? You need to eat your broccoli, right? That's why I say this is the difference between chocolate and broccoli. They're asking for chocolate, but you're saying you got to eat your broccoli, you got to eat your broccoli, you got to eat your broccoli. Do they need to eat their broccoli? Sure, but that's not what they're asking for. And so that means that you are not going to bring the right people into your ecosystem when you're just talking broccoli. Okay, so I want you to talk chocolate. I want you to think about what is it that they are struggling with right now that they are both willing to do something about and capable of doing something about. Needs to hit those check marks. If you are talking to people who are not willing to do something about that problem or capable of doing something about that problem, and you're speaking in generalizations, you are not going to bring the right client into your ecosystem. You're going to be attracting browsers, not buyers. You're going to be attracting people that might like your stuff or be a follower, but they're not actually willing to do anything or they're not ready to do anything, right? So that's not going to work, okay? So we want to think about what is one main thing that they might be struggling with, right? So for example, today I'm talking about the three-part client pathway that coaching clients need to use in order to have a successful, profitable business, right? So that's very, very specific. I'm talking about three parts of a system that coaches need as part of their business structure to create a six-figure profitable business, okay? Because I know that my coaches and my clients that I work with are unsure about what exactly to focus on. They're unsure what the revenue generators are that they need to spend their time on. So number one, I want you to get really, really clear on what is one tiny piece of the puzzle that your ideal client is asking for. So for example, I'm going to use the woman in menopause. Let's just say that she's having a hard time sleeping, right? So you could talk to, hey, who are my women who are waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning and having a hard time getting back to sleep? I've got 3 tips that are going to help you get a really, really good night's sleep and sleep through the night and wake up refreshed. Now that is very, very specific, right? That's the chocolate. The chocolate is they are saying, I am tired of waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning and staying up until 4 a.m. and waking up tired and exhausted. Okay. So that's an example. Make sure that your languaging is speaking to a problem that they actually want solved. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is once they are raising their hand and they're saying, yes, I want those 3 tips for how I can sleep through the night and get the best sleep and wake up refreshed. Then they are now in what I like to call our nurture bucket, right? So they get now to get a personal message from you, something that is natural and simple and heartwarming. And hey, Chris, thank you so much for responding to my post about wanting to have a great night's sleep. I would love to share my sleep guide with you. Is it okay if I send that over your way? Okay. This is what we call permission-based marketing. Okay. This isn't pushing something on them. This is actually pulling them towards you with the chocolate, right? Hey, I've got some chocolate here. Can I share some chocolate with you? And we want to ask, always, always ask. That is going to make it feel really, really natural. It's going to make it feel really, really in service. We're not asking them to buy anything yet. We're just saying, hey, I see you, I hear you, and I would love to share this with you. So number 2 is build trust and start conversations that just feel warm and natural. Again, and remember, we are not asking anybody to buy here. We are simply connecting, saying, I see you, I hear you, thank you for commenting. And is it okay if I send you this guide? I have something that I think is going to serve you really, really well. By the way, when I talk about a guide, for those of you that are like, well, what the heck is that? That is your high value, high converting freebie. By the way, I'm going to be teaching how to create a high value, high converting freebie in February next month. So if you want notice of that, go ahead and post freebie below, and we will make sure that you get registered for that free training on how do you actually create a high value, high converting freebie. Okay, so step 2 is we have to build trust, right? Nobody is going to work with us or even be open to hearing ways that we could support them if they don't trust us. Okay, so trust comes in the form of nurturing people, either in a one-to-many capacity that you see me doing here, right? So this is going to be on the podcast. So for those of you that are watching the recording or here live for this podcast episode, this is a one-to-many. It's me being one, you guys being many. And it is here to give value and to share ways that you can start creating a quick win in the next day or two to really start moving your business forward. Okay, so that is how we build trust in one to many, but also one to one. Okay, so think about your nurture as one to many, giving value, talking about something that is really, really helpful to the people that are already in our ecosystem, right? You guys, some of you are listening to my podcast, so that means you're in my ecosystem. Some of you are in my Facebook group. Some of you are watching the replay from my email list, right? That means that you are already here inside of my ecosystem, and I get to deliver more value to you so that you can see how you can create another win. Okay. And then finally, number 3 is we actually have to invite people to work with us. And I know that this feels so hard sometimes, right? It's like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. Should I wait another week? Should I wait for them to reach out to me? Like, what do I do? So I've got something really, really special for you guys today. So comment template if you want my ultimate template bundle. I normally sell this for $77, but if you comment here, either in the Facebook group or if you're watching this on YouTube or on the podcast, just comment in the comments template, and I will make sure that my team gets the ultimate template guide to you. So you've got wording on exactly what you can do to invite somebody to work with you in a way that feels clear, that feels confident, and that feels aligned. So I want to share one other little ninja tip here when we're inviting people to work with us. We are only inviting people to work with us that are already in our nurture bucket, okay? They have already received some sort of value. So they are either already in your Facebook group, they've already watched a training of yours, maybe they joined a launch or joined a workshop, or you met them in person, or they downloaded your freebie, and then you've reached out and you are actually in conversation with them. We are not trying to convert cold leads into buyers. That's not what we're doing here when we get to the invite step. The invite step step is taking a look at who is already in my warm audience that I'm in conversation with, right? And if you're not in conversation with people, that's the nurture piece that you're missing. So make a note of that you're not nurturing. You don't have a nurture system. We need to get that dialed in. But we are reaching out to the people who have already gotten value to say, hey, how are you? Would you like support to implement what it is that I'm teaching? Would you like support to implement what I just shared in my Get Good Sleep Guide? Would you like support to implement what I'm teaching about, creating a profitable six-figure business? Would you like support to lose that extra weight that you've put on during this time of menopause, right? So we're asking, again, permission if they're looking for support. Why is this important? Number one, when we are asking permission, that calms your nervous system, it calms their nervous system, and it allows them to actually think, I don't know, am I open to support? Am I ready, right? Remember, they need to be willing to do something about it and they need to be capable before they can be a buyer. So this is you inviting them to take that natural next step, not to buy my thing, but to explore. Are you interested in having support? Would you like to explore having support to solve your problem? That is only an invitation. And then when they say, yes, I actually would like some support. I would like to hear about how I could work with you. I would like to, figure out how I can get this handled. Great. Then you can invite them into a one-on-one private conversation, or you can share with them whatever it is that you've got going on. So for example, we have the 40-day cash activation challenge that's coming up on February 3rd. So if you are looking for support to implement a system that is going to help you to create a cash infusion in your business, anywhere between 2K to 10K in 40 days or less, then let me know. And I am more than happy to share the information page where you can get more information to see if this is something that might serve you. Simple, easy. I'm just saying, hey, this is what I've got. If you're interested, if you want more support, if you'd like to explore having this resource or having support to create what it is that you want, let me know. The other thing that we've got going on, which is so, so cool, you guys, I'm so, so excited about this. It is called our Growth and Accelerate Bundle. And I just actually rolled this out this morning as part of our 40-day cash activation challenge. So when you join the cash activation challenge, you can actually bundle, you can add on an entire year of the Success Studio and save $800. Like, that's crazy. Normally, we, sell the year of support. Our annual enrollment is $1,297 for the year of support inside of the Holistic Success Studio. Okay. And the cash activation bundle is normally $997. Well, we just opened up the cash activation bundle. It's only $497. You can just join us there if you're already in the Success Studio, or if you want that plus an entire year of support to help you navigate the nuances, to help you know what to say, to help you know what to do to make daily sales in your business, you can actually add on the Success Studio for only $497 more, which means you're getting a year for free. You're saving $1,297 by bundling these two things together. So I'm so, so excited about that. So if you want more information about the bundle, just comment bundle below and I'll be happy to share that information page with you. Okay, so let's recap. This is a 3-part client path that every profitable coach uses. It is about attracting the right person in their ecosystem, focusing specifically on the problem that somebody has right now, making it small and manageable to solve, right? That's the chocolate. And then connecting and building conversation, right? Nurturing by saying, hey, thank you so much for joining me inside my Facebook group. Thank you so much for being here live. What can I serve you with? Can I help you with anything? Are you stuck with anything? What do you need this week? That is just connecting and nurturing. That is sharing. That's giving value in either a one-to-many format, which is what you guys see me here doing right now, or a one-to-one format, which is where I would go into the DMs and say, hey, thank you for joining me for the live. Is there anything that you need? Like, let me pull something from the resources. We've got a full vault of resources and customize something to help you create a win. Okay, so that's nurture. And then we've got the invite piece, number 3. This is something that you can do every single day, y'all. Attract, get in front of the right people, right? And you can do that simply by sharing what it is that you've got going on today. You do not need to spend hours in front of your computer creating content. So I'm going to give you something that you can do right now within the next 10 minutes. I want you to open your phone, or I want you to look around at what it is that you've got going on in your world today. And I want you to take a picture and document something in your world that you think would be relevant to helping your ideal client. So, for example, maybe you are cozying up with the book. Take a picture, share the book, and online, whether it's on your Facebook profile or whether it is on your Instagram or whether it's on your LinkedIn or whether it's in your Facebook group, and start a conversation. But make sure that that book that you're reading is relevant to something that your ideal client would be reading as well too. So for example, if you look onto my private page and also here in the Facebook group, you can see a book that I'm reading that I am absolutely loving called Gentle, right? And it is about adding more rest into your days, because I am a huge advocate of making sure that we get to build a sustainable business, not a business that has us burning ourselves out, working 24 hours in constant content creation mode, right? So that would be a really easy something that I could just take a picture and say, hey guys, this is what I'm reading today, right? If you also are looking for more sustainability in your business, comment Gentle below. I would love to connect, right? So you can take a look at something that you are personally doing that is going to be valuable and relevant for your ideal client. Take a picture of it, post it on your personal profile, post it where your other people are hanging out, and that is going to be a way that you can create visibility to get in front of your ideal client, okay? Number two, make sure you're reaching out to them, right? So nurture. Hey, thanks so much for commenting about that book. I love it. Are you, adding more rest into your day as you're trying to build a profitable business or whatever it is that you're sharing, right? And then number three, go ahead and invite somebody to take the natural next step with you. Are you interested in exploring having more support to grow your business? Are you interested in exploring having more support to get a good night's sleep? Those three actions have to be done consistently and on repeat day after day after day. But it is not difficult, y'all. You really can do this in an hour or less. Heck, you could do it in 30 minutes or less. Find something that is valuable and relevant, post it and get in front of your ideal client. Start to build trust with people who have already commented, that are already following you, that have already downloaded some of your guides, that are already in your Facebook group. And then take a look at those people that you're in conversations with and just invite them to explore taking the natural next step with you. Okay, my friends, that's it for today. I'm going to go make some nice hot tea and cozy up under a warm blanket and dive into my book, Gentle. And I hope this was helpful. I would love to know what part of this resonated for you. If you are watching it on YouTube, let me know what in the comments, what part of this resonates for you. If you're watching it on Facebook, let me know. Where would you like more attention? Do you feel like you need more attention attracting the right client? Do you feel like you need more support in nurturing once they're in your ecosystem? Or do you feel that you need more support inviting clients to work with you? Again, don't forget to drop template in the chat if you want my ultimate template guide. And if you want to join us for the Growth and Accelerate bundle, which has our 40-day cash activation program coming up starting on February 3rd, combined with our Holistic Success Studio bundle, if you want to save that income to join us in here, I would love to have you. All right, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys very soon. Have a beautiful one. Bye.